What are we doing here? We're in Akihabara. What are we doing here? We're in Akihabara. God faded Japan's in Akihabara. Fade on. Faders. Here we are in Akihabara, yo faders. We're signing this piece of paper, got faded Japan, because we're in Akihabara and these fake monks come up to you, try to collect alms. He's fake, I think, because he told us that he wouldn't accept 50 yen. He was trying to get 500 yen, and then he points to his book and tells us that someone donated 20,000 yen, 200 bucks. So, boo, we don't believe you. You're a dodgy fucker, and that's why you're in Akihabara. Here we are in the Sega store. This is where Johnny urinates into the machine. You can see him putting his beer down, getting his fly ready. Nah, he's just getting some coins because he needs to play and try to win one of these highly sexualized figures that are just everywhere. And these machines are a total rip-off. That is designed to take your money. But you put some nice little things in there and people are going to put in the money by the truckload. I'm not sure if I've ever seen anyone win anything from one of these things, but you can sure as hell see why they try. This next coin-winning rip-off machine freaked me the fuck out. I was not sure what to make of this. It was too neatly arranged, and I wasn't sure exactly what that was supposed to be. This is something that's happening. All right. So this has been sped up to, I guess, twice as fast as normal, but I could probably tell you that it's not. This is just the way these gamers play at normal speed. I don't know what he's doing, but you can see in the upper part of the frame here that you can record yourself with GoPro. What's that? He's a genius. Now in a completely different side of Akihabara, but only 1 minute away, we have bug spotters. So if you need to scan your apartment or company for bugs because you're being monitored or spied on, those cost $400 or $500. These are the cameras that fit into your necktie clip in case you need to spy on somebody or record an interview. This is really kind of the old school Akihabara where it's just like these kind of little tiny shops with these just very specific things that each store sells. There tends to be a lot of single men, I think, who kind of wander the wares. Maybe they're married and they're just getting away from their life for a while. But here you can see that this audio stuff, it's items singly displayed. There's also a lot of buckets, things on the ground with buckets that these men kind of wander through. This is the one part of town where you don't really see a lot of women who aren't working. I mean, like, these guys are all on their day off, and most of the women there are working either at the maid cafes or in bars or something like that. There we go. There's the buckets. I like this kind of scene, actually. That old guy, he is Mr. Akihabara of yonder. And there we go. Just people perusing. We're drinking our beers and looking at these cables. That's a lot of cables. And every trip into Akihabara, of course, requires a trip into Porno Figureland. Oh yeah. Yep, and these are just prices for either games, I think. $60, $50, $160, $70. And these are just, I guess they're sexy video games. People will pay for sex. You add sex into the deal and it's twice as much. And Johnny, of course, couldn't hold back. He needed to go in. He's noticed the graphics he is standing on. We're kind of filming clandestine style. No one seems to really care, though. And there we go. Johnny picking it up, putting it back. Look at all of that. Everything is just highly sexualized. That was too hot. And then these girls are just waiting for you outside with these invitation cards to cafes, maid cafes. But really, I think people just go and drink there, because she was saying that we could drink all the beer we could for 40 minutes with these girls for about $20. It seemed dodgy, but I think it's legit. And I think they just sort of serve you the drinks and maybe laugh at your jokes, but they're all into dressing up in their uniforms and serving men alcohol at Friday in the afternoon. That's all right, I think. We are very welcome all inexperienced people. And here we are. It's just another shop. This one's as well. Boxes packed with highly sexualized goods. And anyone can come in here and buy these things. And it gets pretty porny there. We're talking hundreds of dollars for those things. $200, $300, $400. And I guess the occasional person will pick them up and buy them and store them away somewhere. I don't know what you would do with them. They're a little too small to really get nasty with. But eventually one will catch your liking. This is the one that caught my liking. I'm not sure why. I think it's that thing she has on her leg. Anyways, yeah. And here we actually got into some toys we liked. We got Western and Japanese toys set up side by side. Mario kind of in the middle there. Yeah, and they're pretty expensive as well. Things that get expensive, like these ice cream toys, they're $50 flavors. If anyone knows why you would pay $50 for one of those, please hook us up. Johnny loved this guy, Schwarzenegger Commando. In the next clip, he really explains why. Men in Black, cool. Iron Man, cool. Chicago Bulls, Bloody Rabbits. I can't remember what that thing's called. Psychotic. Who knows what that? Wolverine. Yeah, here we get into some serious toys. Alien. More Iron Man, and then Commando. Schwarzenegger in the middle. I think that's Commando. Johnny really had a lot to say about him. In his prime, he had the first Rambo knife, not Rambo. Anyways, those are some pretty cool toys, actually. Yeah! And here we are in the weapons store in the same floor as those toys and the sex things, and that's a real bomb. That was from World War II. And it's just laying around in this secondhand army goods shop, I think. And Johnny's like, wow, you have a bomb, and we have beers. Do you also have pistols? And so this guy pulls out his pistols and just starts showing us. But that bomb was real heavy. You could really smack someone in the face with that and do some damage. And yeah, there we go. Johnny's getting his gun on. This is the first of our gun adventures of the day. That gets really gunny later, so we have a lot more guns coming up later. Johnny really enjoying his time with the gun. And again, you just put your beer on the table and say, show me your guns. And they're like, okay. Ridiculous. Ah, yes, the universal sign. It gets even pornier in this section. Now, that is porny. There are all sorts of wrong kind of happening in this room. That's a vacation. Yeah. T-shirts, figurines, going crazy. Can't really. We were wondering why we were allowed to film. We thought there would be people coming in and telling us to get out, but no, it's just getting the footage for you guys, for you faders. And there's something creepy with the way those dolls' faces. That's $500 for that doll. That's only $12 for that doll. That's $770, $200, $350. LEDs, man. There's all these little shops where you can buy LEDs, and I guess people make signs with them. They get into the arts. There's like this whole community of people who arrange LED lights into panels, and not even for like constructive purpose, but just for creative purposes. I'm kind of wondering what those purposes might be. It's pretty cool when you look at it, flashing lights, but who knows why you get into it. Some people just really take to it. Johnny saying these side streets are cool, man. Cool. And you know what else is weird? Large commissioned mural works. Let's just paint something really huge and weird on the side of a building. Why would you do that? Well, so you can, I guess, promote your image. That's pretty Japanese. That right there. These little side streets, too, have assorted goods that you would never associate with each other. Like here, at this shop, you can get earphones and rubber ducks right next to each other. And you can also get a mushroom growing kit, which is behind me there. So if you ever needed rubber ducks, earphones, and a mushroom growing kit, there's a place for you. There's a place for you in Akihabara. And these are a bunch of political campaigners trying to whip up support for the snap election that's been called. We don't know what that's about. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu! That cardboard cutout looks very similar to that girl dancing on the inside there. And that girl dancing on the inside there looks quite similar to this girl who's talking to us, who obviously is very shy, told she was 20 years old, and charges 600 yen for a beer. And here's another one of those massage places, except this is the one where they wear the knee-high socks, and I guess it's on TV, and they're very curious about it. But there we go. That's not. Nothing else happens in there except for the massage, and you get it done with knee-high socks. And here's a porn shop where porn stars do interviews with lovely people like her. USB fridge. Probably one of the best things I've ever seen in my whole life. 2 beers or 1 beer. No driver required. It's about time someone invented this USB fridge and put it on display in public, because the world has been waiting. I love it. We really like this street art here. The buildings on the bottom are arranged and make it kind of 3-dimensional. It was, appreciative. And here it's like a gotcha. I love human anatomy for some reason. And I got this, I guess it's the blood vessel system of a human body in a little thing. I don't even remember where did I put this. I can't remember where it is in my house. It's somewhere I have it somewhere. And here what you can see is an ear cleaning place where you get taken care of by having your earwax scraped out. So we went into one of these gun shops where they're heavy like guns, they look like guns, they feel like guns, but they're not guns because gun ownership in Japan is strictly forbidden, pretty much. But I took my camera in and sort of filmed clandestinely. Gotta have like sexy pictures and things like that. Johnny went crazy in here, and he went so crazy he kind of demanded that we shoot these guns. He couldn't get over himself, and so that's what we did. They took us into the next room and refused payment and just basically said, here's a gun, enjoy your beer, go and shoot these little BBs. These guns had like a really cool carbon action, and they designed to operate like a gun. The clips come out like guns. My aim was pretty good here. I was picking them off all right. So, beer and guns. Again, you just walk into these shops and say, here's my beer, show me your guns. And they're like, hey, okay, don't give us any money either. I'm not sure their business model, how it works, but you can see that it's maybe they're doing all right for themselves. The rent in this place has just got to be crazy. This is where the BB comes and hits Johnny's wife in the face. You had to just get in there with some photos, get some weapons, holding up the guns, smiling. Hell yeah. There's men lining up to see girls, high school girls play in dance troupes. This shit sells like fucking crazy over here. Don't buy into it. Buy yourself a beer and fade the fuck on. Here's some footage from our episode 211 where we got the Akihabara skyline behind us. We're dancing like fuckers on top of the chairs. We got a microphone on like Beck does. Anyways, check us out on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, and more. In addition, for our full video broadcasts, don't forget to watch us on YouTube. We got our weekly updates. Watch us there. Until then, mofos, you know where to find us. In addition, keep on fading on, because you know that when you are rocking a mic like Johnny is now, there's only one thing you gotta be. That's faded.
Live this life of luxury, lazing on a Sunday afternoon. In the summertime,
God faded Japan.
oh shit. Well, that about killed me. Oh fuck it, let's drink.
All right.